doing, everybody? Back here on the server today, and I've been doing a little bit of work breeding my crops up. I got titanium here, and that's lead, and this one here is transformium, which gives UUA and UUM berries. And I got a meat plant, a meat rose, which basically gives off can give off chicken, steak, fish, pork, things like that. I put me an ender chest out here for things that I need to take back up. This is the UUM berry. I got oil berry, but that's up at the other farm. I got these guys purified, so they're just sitting here running. I haven't got any frames in there right now, so they're not producing a whole bunch other than drones. I got a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be processed to make me some seed oil, but I haven't gotten down and dug up my peat for a little while. And I personally think this is a beautiful view of our place at night. Braharios has done a great job cleaning up around our little oasis pool here. Made us a table and chairs, and put some trees around that side, and build a little dock here. He's talking about making like a tiki bar out here. He put a water mill in here. It's completely enclosed. The water mill doesn't go to the full power upstairs. The water mill is basically just coming straight out and going to the pump. And then the come here, buddy, I'll branch cut you. Yeah, how you like that? The advanced windmill that we got made, XAR built our windmill tower here, and we got it wired up going over here, and it supplies the power for the crop matron, which I need to get some fertilizer out here. And out here we got iron, and this I'm trying to get a better iron. This one here is another iron. This is silver, and then these are all manganese. This is an iron, a lead. These four here are all titanium. This here is oil berry. Yeah, that's my oil berries. This is what the transformium looks like when it's full, and this should be another oil berry over here. I'm trying to breed the oil berry and the transformium together. I got a tine here, which is tin, and then these here are thorium, which are God of Thunder plants. And I got to get the thorium blocks underneath them so they will do their thing. And we've had a big change inside. The blast furnace got moved out here, which actually got rebuilt because we had an explosion. Again, this time it wasn't a boiler, it was a wire fire that caught machines on fire. And so I went ahead and made both of these up except for the controllers. Briarios made the controllers up for me, and this one is just waiting on the coils. This is going to be our HV. This is our MV, and he's apparently going to put a transformer here because this is 2x silver wire that he just likes apparently dumping EU everywhere because he's got cable running everywhere. But he's got plenty of storage. He's got this full of energy crystals, which feeds into this one, which is full, which feeds into this one, which runs off of 2 large lithium batteries. And that's all powered out here by these 2 coal boilers, which don't get ran very often. And then the main power comes from this here. We have creosote coming in here and water coming in here, and apparently he left it running and it's full, so it needs to get shut off. It should actually be, oh, he shut it off, but he didn't turn off the hopper that is feeding the charcoal in. So the charcoal is actually running right now. So I'm going to shut that off, because basically all that's doing right now is just dumping power, because this is full, this is full, and this is full, and all the batteries inside are full. So it's just kind of wasting the charcoal. Not that wasting charcoal is a big issue. He's got charcoal just stacked up because he's got the tree farm up there running all the time, and it's set for all trees. I don't even think he's had it running for a while. I've been moving my ethanol up here, so we have this distillery here which takes in the biomass and then pumps it out into that line, which brings it over here and dumps it in. And for some reason we got a methane drum with 4 methane in it. This is what he's decided to do for our machines. He uses a jetpack all the time, so he flies up. But for me and Briarios, it's kind of a pain because we can't get to these without breaking our necks. These are all low voltage basic machines over here on this side, and then starting here is advanced machines. You'll see we've got a neo copper wire, and then this is all 3 tin cable on this side. This is my fertilizer production. Basically, I got calcium in here, and we throw phosphorus, dark ash, regular ash or apatite in there, and that gives us our fertilizer, which then gets brought up here and thrown in our Crapmatron. And apparently it hasn't had any for a little bit because it's eating it pretty quick. That's pretty much what's been going on around here. We are working on right now getting the stuff done so we can make our vacuum freezer. So we'll be doing our oil distilling. XAR is deciding which way he wants to go, if he wants to do the distilleries and chemical reactor, or the cracking unit way of doing it that I showed in my single player world. Our processing line is a little goofy, if you ask me, but it's his baby. So basically everything goes in our macerator up there. It will dump into these two ore washers down here, and then he's got a restrictor pipe there, so it has to go to these two if possible. And then everything comes out of there and goes into this bank of centrifuges, which right now it's kind of got an issue because it'll put these tiny piles in here, and it'll put regular ones, and because of the hoppers, you can't get to them from the bottom side, and you can't get to them from the top because of the pipe, and you can't get to them from this side because of the wire. So he's actually in the process of making a filter to filter out what comes down and goes into these. But then after that, stone dust is going in there. This was on here collecting stuff, and he just was filling it back in. And then after it comes through there, it goes through here. All the tiny piles go into these, which I showed you before. And then it dumps it into the big piles there, and then we got our overflow here, which is overflowing. And apparently we have a purified that got through the mix. That's what's going on here at the moment. Supposedly he's got these backspace barrels. I've never used these before, but apparently he's got one paired that he takes with him when he goes caving and mining, and it automatically drops his ores right in here, which then gets separated and sent into this big old line of stuff. And this is all the ores we have, and all our rocks and stuff like that. And somewhere around here, he sent me a picture earlier. I gotta see if I can find it. This is our low voltage battery buffer. This is for us to put our jetpacks into to charge them up. But there should be a medium voltage one around here somewhere that he made us mining lasers, but I have no idea where he put them. See, he doesn't have it out here. So that's a transformer. Huh. I have no idea where he hid it. I was thinking it was going to be in one of these right here. It might have actually been in here, and he might have them on him. And I need to get this put down. I want to put it like right there. Because some of the stuff in here needs to be put in for methane. Some of it needs to be put in for extracting fluids. I'm actually going to use the macerator to do these. You can get extra seeds out of them that way. And I need to see what I can get out of here, which I know I can get this out. There's my pumpkin seeds. And now we got pyrope coming in. Give me this wood pulp. That don't need to be in there. And now we got platinum coming in. Apparently he did some lazurite because we got sodalite in here. Is there any more little ones in here? And see, I think some of these might be the same, but I'm not sure. There's cinnabar. I can put that together. And actually, I think there's a cinnabar up here somewhere. Let's see. That's bauxite. Be nice if they were like in order. You know, like redstone and sulfur would be redstone and sulfur. But we don't have it set up that way. And if I can't find the cinnabar, I'm going to make one. There's our cinnabar. So I can just set that in there. And we don't have all the conveyors to pull them out. Only the main ones that get used are set up at the moment. I think he's actually running a hair bit low on what is it? Copper. So that's why he hasn't done it. Now, this is all the copper we got at the moment. Just under 2 stacks. So as we get more copper, we'll probably get the rest of the conveyors done because he likes to automate about everything. Where I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I actually prefer it. Hey, we got 28 osmium. And apparently this chest is where he's just dumping excess stuff that fills up the overflow. But that's what's been going on here. JJ's been on a little bit. I let him use some of our... Why did I put that in there? That needs to go back up here because we don't have a sifter. I need to talk to him about making one of them. And I also got to figure out where my watermelons went because they didn't come out. I bet you they're going in here and being turned into methane. Because I do believe they can be. So apparently that's not going to work. Unless it's stuck in there somewhere and just hasn't been able to come out yet. We had a whole bunch of bronze machines in here. And he borrowed them to get him started since everybody else is pretty far ahead already. And he doesn't have as much time as the rest of us do to get things done, and came on a bit later than everybody else. So I figured I'd help him get a jump start. But that's what's been going on tonight, or this last week. The place has changed a little bit. We've gotten a lot bigger. So far, I think we've had a whole week without the boiler blowing up, so I think he's finally got everything set up well that it stays full of water. It looks like we're actually running out of creosote. So that's his creosote right up there. We got water here and creosote here. And I don't know. I know these steam pipes are hot, so I can't touch them. I got 373,000 left out of 4,800,000 total it can have. And it looks like the tree farm might be kind of offline because there's a lot of sand up there. So he's gonna probably end up having to fire that back up. But this is why the tree farm isn't running right now. And we've got barrels and barrels and barrels of wood, and apples and saplings. I'm trying to get through the saplings making ethanol, but very slow, painstaking process because I only have one fermenter down there. I could set up, 4 or 5 of them and get it done a lot quicker, but if y'all remember, I'm pretty slow. I don't like to do things super fast, super efficient. But I think that's going to be about it. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that's going to be celebrating it here in the States tomorrow, today, because you're probably going to be watching this after midnight. And I'd like to thank Joel and Ian and Under Siege and Gold Miner for coming out and watching me live stream this evening. Live stream for about 3 hours. The first hour kind of got misplaced somehow. I don't know why it didn't get put in the archives. I had a audio fail after the first hour, so I had to reset. And so the other 2 hours is up if anybody's interested in watching it. And there's actually audio. It is quite laggy, so it might be something you want to just kind of listen to me talking to Under Siege most of the time. And while you're mining or something like that, might not be the best thing to actually try to watch because it's going to be kind of buffery and choppy, but that's what I got for internet right now, so that's what I got to deal with. And thanks for watching. I'm gonna be hopefully live streaming whenever I got a lot of stuff to process in my single player world. Not a whole lot to really record. And I might actually do a little bit of live streaming here. Live streaming here is going to be a lot tougher though because it's going to be cutting into my internet 2 ways. I don't know if it's going to work at all. So most of it will probably be from my single player world. But I'm not sure if I'm going to live stream tomorrow or not. Connect to me on Twitter. I post out right before I'm going to start. Usually start around between 8:30 and 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's the eastern side of the United States. So if you're around at that time, come and join me. Usually go for a couple hours, at least an hour, and kind of answer questions, talk about random stuff, and get some processing done for my next video. So take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching, and happy Thanksgiving.